And welcome to another episode of Brothers Arguing Sports. I'm Zav. Across the Zoom, we got TD and Niles. And from the big news yesterday, Damian Lillard going to the Bucks. All right. It begs the question, TD, are the Bucks the favorites now to win the NBA title?
Listen, it's going to be interesting. I'm glad the move happened. We got two powerhouses in the league now. Jokic, Giannis, two power teams. Everyone's got to slow down a little bit. Everyone's got to slow down a little bit. The answer is no. And it's just, I think it's crazy the hype it's getting. It reminds me of the Suns.
Well, who's the
Very
favorite
quickly.
then?
What?
Who's the favorite then if it's not the Bucks?
It's the Nuggets. I mean, it's just insulting to me. And the same thing happened with the Warriors. It's just insulting how they're all of a sudden title favorites. Let me just say very quick. Let's forget the hype, forget Dame, all the, Dame time. Let's just look at what happened. The Bucks are a team that won one playoff game last year, okay? Their star player missed 13 free throws. Their main guy has a huge weakness in a knockout game that they lost by 2 points. Okay, he missed 13 free throws. They fired their coach. Okay, and if they want to win it all like their favorites, you got to win 16 playoffs games. They won one, and you're essentially replacing Drew Holiday with Dame Lillard. That's really all that just happened. And now look at these numbers from last year. Drew Holiday, 47.9% from the field. Dame, 46%. Drew was better. Drew was 38% from three. Dame was 37. Drew was better. Rebounds, Drew is better, 5-4. Assists, Drew is better, 7.4 to 7.3. Steals, 1.2. In every main category, he had better numbers.
You conveniently left out scoring, TD. You conveniently
completely different players. Completely different.
Okay. But scoring, okay, 19 to 32. But I know you guys will agree with me on this. What you're losing is the intangibles. I know you love Drew Holiday, Niles, and Zav. I remember in their championship run, you texted me after a game going, Drew Holiday is just a winner. And he is. His intangibles are all world. You're going to miss that. You're going to miss his lockdown D. But what you will get from Dame is obviously the extra 10 points a game, and he's got the big moment in his back pocket. But I just don't, and the three ball, which will give Giannis space. I agree. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. I just don't think that difference goes from one playoff win to all of a sudden 16 playoff wins, and you're beating the Nuggets, who this whole chemistry thing, Dame is going to be a lot of chemistry with Freak. People are forgetting when it comes to a 1-2 punch chemistry, a big and a small, no one is going to be better than Jokic and Murray.
You agree with him, Niles?
So that's my take.
I don't agree with that. I do like this. I like the roster build of the Bucks, and I'll break it down the quickest way I can. I do like the offensive pieces. It is a different roster from last year. They don't have the exact same pieces. They have Malik Beasley now. Jay Crowder is going to have a role with the team this year. There's no Joe Ingles. There's no more Grayson Allen. There's new guys. Robin Lopez is back. It's going to be a different style of play with Damian Lillard now at the head of that attack. Now they have a ball handler that can go and get his own basket. Drew Holiday can do that, but we all know he's not the elite scorer that Damian Lillard is. Now the other end of the point, the other side of the court is where it worries me. What were you saying?
I said, are they the favorites though, in your opinion?
I think they are, but there's this one point that I'm gonna highlight is the only reason why I have concerns about their lock as a title favorite. And their point of attack defense is the thing that worries me a little bit. I feel like when you leave, the loss of Grayson Allen, the loss of Drew Holiday, two excellent point of attack defenders, I think you're asking a lot from Brook Lopez and Giannis, who just came off a knee surgery. Brook Lopez well into his 30s. And experienced Robin Lopez also in his 30s. You're asking a lot of those big guys to defend at the rim.
Yeah, but
they don't really have any ball stopper at the guard spot right now. So that's my only concern with the Bucks.
The team that couldn't even beat the Heat last year, they won one game.
Albeit they didn't make adjustments and they were injured.
Hold on. Are going to beat the Nuggets, who absolutely steamrolled every single team they played in the playoff. You think all of a sudden they're going to beat the Nuggets?
The Nuggets are not the same roster they were last year.
How does no one respect what we saw the Nuggets do? And all of a sudden Dame Lillard is going to change everything.
I just saw the Nuggets playing earlier this afternoon. I rewatched Game 5, and as a
They did
Heat
lose a
fan,
big piece off their bench.
they lost Bruce Brown. Jeff Green is a big
Jeff
piece.
Green
I don't
wasn't
care
a
what
big
people
part.
say.
He wasn't a big
He's
piece.
not a star guy, but you'll ask anybody in that locker room, and he was a game changer. And in terms
Brown
of
was
just
a
the
game
spirit that he
changer.
brings, the experience, he's been on playoff teams his whole life. He's a gifted athlete at his age. He has
Listen,
no
Brown,
business
I
talking about
admit,
guys at his age.
Brown, no,
Those
Brown
guys are
and-
big athletes, and they don't have an athletic roster outside of that besides Aaron Gordon. So
no,
that's where
they
Denver,
do,
I think,
Niles. They do. The other Brown, Braun.
that's
Braun.
one
That
guy.
guy
Him and
is
Aaron
a
Gordon.
whippet. That guy is a whippersnapper, and he's gonna have to step up. But I
My
mean,
point is their depth is definitely depleted from this offseason. They didn't truly replace either one of those role players. And Bruce Brown won you multiple playoff games this
He
series.
was.
I know this is warranted with what Murray did, what we know we're gonna get from Jokic. You know what you're getting from the starting five.
But I
But what
got
you get from Jeff Green and what you get from Bruce Brown is what separated Denver above all the other teams. They had excellent role players and everybody.
I disagree. It was the Jokic Murray, just effortless
He was
combination.
amazing, but my point is, you know what you're getting from those guys. You're not stopping Jokic one-on-one. You're
Yeah,
not
but you
stopping
don't
Murray
know,
one-on-one.
Niles. That's my point. We know what we get from them, and it's excellent. We don't know what Dame and Freak will do together yet. We don't
We know
know.
what they can do and what.
No, we don't. We don't have a
without
clue.
system, you know, without a system, what they can do on the basketball court. You don't need to incorporate a system for Dame to pull from the logo.
Well,
You
listen,
don't need
guys.
to build a system around Giannis getting to the basket.
I gotta stop
Those
both of
things
you.
don't stop them.
I gotta stop both of you. I know you're both gonna disagree with me. I think the Celtics are beating the Bucks. I think it's
Oh.
their time.
Yeah, I
Listen,
mean, the Celtics have proven that they know how to guard Giannis.
Jason
Until
Tatum,
Giannis knows how to
exactly.
shoot, the Celtics are going to keep beating.
TD, listen,
And if they
Tatum,
get
he's 25 years old. He's about 6'9". You still got Jaylen Brown. All right. You got White, Brogdon in the backcourt. They are going to give Dame Lillard's small and he's 33. They're going to give him all he wants. And if you want
I know.
size, the Celtics have all the size in the world. Adding KP to that, even the guys off the bench, they got these 7-footers. I think it's the Celtics' time. I honestly think if you look at the Bucks, they're just a little bit too old. I don't think Brooks.
That I think so too.
They won their championship a few years ago. Brooks Lopez is older. Chris Middleton is
is
not what he used to
done.
be. Lillard's
I
still.
will say this,
He's not the same guy in the bubble when he went to the Western Conference. I just think it's close. The Bucks on paper look unstoppable, look really exciting. I just think the Celtics, they went to the finals 2 years ago. Western Conference last year, lost in game
they have
7.
Porzingis now too.
They got size. And that's my point. They're just big. Tatum,
Well,
big.
there's one. I have one. Zav, do you think the Celtics are beating the Nuggets?
That's a tight one. That's a tough one, but
I don't like them in Denver.
I
I
don't
don't
like
trust that team in Denver.
But the thing with me with the Nuggets, you can't stand pat. You know, you look at Jokic won back-to-back MVPs. Last year he was MVP of the finals. And they didn't and Murray had an out of this world playoff run, but they did get worse from last year. In my opinion, when you're champions, you got to add a little punch. You got to do
No,
something
that's true.
roster.
I agree with that.
And that's
But-
what I like what the Celtics did. I like, man, they added another 7-footer to that, and they just have. I just love their size and
Hey,
their
here's my worry. I think it's clear we all agree that there's the three main teams.
Yeah.
I think the separator is kind of the intangibles. You look at the Celtics, they had quote unquote issues. They had the new coach, Tatum and Brown. People don't know if they really get along. They don't
Yeah.
really have a closer, and they lost Smart, who was kind of a glue guy. You
Can
look at the
Porzingis
Bucks-
be a third scorer though? Because he couldn't even be a second.
You know what,
scorer.
guys? I got another thing for you. I think the Celtics are going to make a run at Drew Holiday. I think they're going to make.
That's
a
what's
run at
scaring
Drew
me.
Holiday.
Well,
I
'cause-
love Drew Holiday, and I love
I
him.
think
in
they're going to
Miami
make a run
too.
at him to replace
I would
Marcus
never-
Smart. I think they would do that.
They need to replace him.
Brogdon
Because
wants out
that's
too.
a hole. And the Bucks too. They have a kind of some disarray as well. They got a new coach. No one knows what he's going to do. Giannis has been a little iffy lately.
And he got hurt
saying,
last year too, Giannis. Don't forget.
yeah, Giannis, and he started talking about I might leave the Bucks, and then they started panicking.
That's going to
I
stop.
don't think he's leaving anymore,
No,
though.
but
I don't think.
the one thing quietly, they're out in Denver getting no attention, nothing.
I agree with
The
that.
Nuggets are as stable as a team can get. They've had the same coach, same core, same young guys. There's going to be no noise on that team. They just are going to go out. They know exactly how to do it. Jokic is going to lead that team like a steady ship, and they are just going to go execute. So I think the X factor of stability is going to help Denver, and I think that'll be the difference. That and just Jokic and Murray's chemistry. I think that gives them the edge, and I don't see what the Celtics or we got to see the Bucks. Who knows if Dame and Freak will play well? But I think right
chemistry
now,
comes down with all of them.
I think you cannot not say the Nuggets are the favorites.
Yeah, they did
They're a
steamroll
proven
last year.
entity, and
They
they're
hold the title. They hold the title.
and they have no reason, nothing to suggest they're going to. I guess that yes, they lost the bench piece, but that's
Big bench
stability.
piece.
But
Big
that's
bench
sta-
piece.
But it's those other two Celtics. No one knows about Porzingis. Everyone, ask Mavs and Knicks fans what Porzingis is like. They still have the coach. There's huge
He had
questions.
a good season with Washington last year, though. We know what Porzingis can do. Can he do that in a third role?
But come on,
He
the
hasn't
Bucks,
shown
He hasn't proven
Rookie.
himself yet.
rookie coach with the Bucks, just like the Celtics rookie coach.
Yeah, I agree.
The Nuggets have the solid. They're like the Spurs. You got a solid coach.
I mean the Nuggets. You mean the Nuggets?
Yeah, the Nuggets. You got a great, solid coach, a solid leader as your main guy who's not flashy. I think there's no noise on that team.
Yep. Good point. All right. So out of the three of us, Niles, though, he's the one who thinks the Bucks are now favorites. But we'll wait and see. All right, guys. Great stuff. Have a great night.
All right, boys.
All right, guys.